Hello students, this is the fourth module of our linear programming problems topic, and it is the most important model in our final examination, CBSE board examinations. The model is manufacturing model. What is manufacturing model? When we are the factory owners or the industry owners, we will have the plan how we have to run the business in our area, how to start the factory or how to start the industry. For that, we will plan it. That plan can be explained with the help of the model. One example is given here. With that example, I will explain you how we can plan it. Suppose you are given some data as I have given on the board. That means we are having a 9,000 meter square area of plant. There we are going to start our industry. So total area is 9,000 meter square, and we have total 72 workers with us. 72 workers. Clear? And now with the help of that 72 workers, we are going to produce some materials. Suppose we are producing two different materials, say shirts, another one pants. For producing these two materials, we are purchasing two different machines. For producing or for making shirts, we are purchasing A-type machines. For making pants, we are purchasing B-type machines. Clear? Now, it is understood that machine A is occupying total 1000 meter square of area. When we keep that machine A and workers sit around it and work, it is occupying 1000 meter square area. Similarly, machine B is occupying 1200 meter square area. Next, what we observe is, for machine A, 12 members needed to work. On machine B, 8 members needed to work. These things are the main data given to us. And finally, how many members are working, that is not main for us. How much of production we are able to make it every day. That is very, very important for everybody. Isn't it? So here the given condition is per day minimum 60 pants and minimum 60 shirts and 40 pants must be produced. This is the data given to us. Every problem of LPP should be consisting of the objective function as well as the subjective constraints. When they are not given directly, we have to find them. Here, two important conditions are given for our subjective constraints purpose. One is that area should not be more than 9,000 meter square. That means if you are purchasing more number of machines of A type or B type and we are arranging them in the factory, that must not go more than 9,000 meter square of area. Similarly, we should not go for more employees. 72 members are maximum. We cannot go for any other number, 100 or 200, we cannot go. Only 72 members are given to us. With that 72 members, we have to produce the total 60 units per first machine and 40 units for the by the second machine B. Now, for making it, we are writing the objective function Z is equal to, we need two different decision variables. What are the different decision variables? We don't know how many A-type machines we are purchasing and how many B-type machines we are purchasing. This data is not given to us. So what we can do? A-type machines, suppose X A-type machines are there and Y B-type machines are there. Then how much quantity of the product will be made? Maximizing our production, maximizing our benefits. Okay, we don't know how many types of A-type machines are purchased and how many B-type machines are purchased. That's why we are taking X is here representing the A-type machines, Y is representing B-type machines. So, here what is understood? A machine is making total 60 units. And how many A machines are there? We don't know. So, we take that as X. And B-type machine is making total 40 production. And how many B-type machines are there? That also we don't know. Say that as Y. This is objective function. Okay. Next we want the subjective constraints. Look here. Here 1000 meter square of area, another one 1200 meter square of area. 1000 meter square of area of type machine X. X is representing number of machines of A type, and 1200 meter square area by how many B type machines, that we don't know, that we are mentioning as Y. Total, so plus less than or equal to 9000 meter square. Why we are using this less than or equal to? Remember, we cannot go beyond 9000 meter square. 9000 meter square area is the total area of the factory. So we can go up to 9000 meter square area only, or we can come down also. We cannot go beyond that value. That's why we are using less than or equal to. Say this as the first equation. Now let us take the second one. Here second condition is total 12 men are working in machine A. So 12x plus 8 members are working in machine B. Number of machines B is Y. So less than or equal to total number of people 72 workers. So now we have got the second equation. Now let us change the first equation. This is not equation, sorry, it is inequation. We are changing the first inequation in the simplest form. Whether it is in simplest form or not, that also we have to observe. Yes, here it is not in simplest form because there is common number for 1000, 1200 and 9000. So with the 200 I divide, it will become 5 into 200 will be 1000. So 5x plus 6 into 200 will be 1200. That's it, 6y is less than or equal to. This is 45 into 200 will be 9000. Say this as equation number 3. I have changed the first equation in the form of third equation. Again, second equation also we see there are some common numbers, common factors. 12, 8, 72. These all will go in 4 table. So I just simplify it. 3 into x. So 4, with the 4 we are dividing this 12. So it becomes 3x. Plus with the 4 we are dividing 8y. It becomes 2y. Less than or equal to, with the 4 we divide 72. It becomes 18. Say this as fourth equation. Again one more data is given, that is total number of production by machine A, that is 60. Total number of production by machine B is 40. So that is only the objective function. We have to find the maximized value of this objective function. So for that we should solve, or we have to simplify these two inequations, and from that we have to get the feasible region. From the feasible region we have to get the feasible solution. With the help of the feasible solution we should find the optimum value of the problem. Okay, now we have got the two subjective constraints. They are 5x plus 6y is less than or equal to 45, and another one is 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 18. So like in the third module, here also we have to solve the inequations and find the feasible region and feasible solution. Now I take the third inequation in the form of equation, that is 5x plus 6y is equal to 45. Now as usual, first we have to take x value 0 or any number. Now when I check this, I think that 3 is suitable for this xy because it will become 15. So that 45 minus 15 will be 30. We can get y value also a whole number. That will be easy for us to plot on the graph paper. So I take x value 3 here. Then 6y is equal to 45 minus, because 15 goes to other side, that means 45 minus 15, that is equal to 30. So from this y is equal to 30 by 6, that is 5. Now the point is x value is 3 and y value is 5. Clear? Have you understood? Next we are taking y value 0. Suppose if it is 0, what may happen to x? 5x plus 6y, this is becoming 0. So 5x equal to 45. From this, what is x? 45 by 5 is equal to 9. So we get another point, that is 9 comma 0. Now we have got 2 points. Then as usual we have to put x and y value 0 at a time in the third inequation. when we substitute it here, 0 plus 0, because 5 into 0 is 0 plus 6 into 0 is 0, is less than or equal to 45. Now this is true or false? 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 is less than or equal to 45, so it is true. Therefore, we can say the origin exists. Now let us draw the graph. Let us calibrate. After writing the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, here it is the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As much as possible. You can take as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can take any number. Now, let us plot the points. The first point is 3, 5. On x-axis 3 and y-axis 5. Mark it here. Mention it. 3, 5. And another point is 9, 0. On x-axis 9, y-axis 0. So, mark it. Mention it as 9, 0. Join these 2 points and extend it on either side with the help of the scale. You are not getting clearly here, but in your graph paper you have to draw properly, then only you can understand it. Okay, next we have found that the origin exists. Already I told you there are 2 half planes made by the inequation. Here, which region we are going to get, that we have to find out. Origin exists. For this straight line, the origin is below the line. So, we can draw, we can shade it. Downwards, towards the origin. As much as possible, you can extend it. Nothing will happen. Okay. One work is over. Next, we have to solve the second inequation also. Let me solve it here. That is 3x plus 2y. I take this as 18. Inequation I am changing into equation. This is the fourth inequation. I am changing it into equation. Now, put x equal to 0. So, what is y? X equal to 0, automatically 2y is equal to 18. So, y is equal to 9. So, point is 0, 9. Okay. Next, similarly, we put y is equal to 0. So, what is x? When y is 0, 3x equal to 18. So, x equal to 18 by 3, that is 6. So, point is 6, 0. Now, we have got 2 different points. Let us plot the 2 points on the graph. Now, 0, 9. 0, 9. So, we get the point here. And another one, 6, 0. Here 6, 0. This is the point. Now, join these 2 and extend. Okay. Now, let us draw. We have to find out whether the origin exists or not. So, put x equal to 0, y equal to 0 at a time in this inequation 4. Then what may happen? 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 18. That is also true. This inequation, when we substitute x and y value 0, we get that is also true. So, origin is downwards. Then you have to shade it like this. And it is found that in this region, we are getting the convex polygon. So, we have drawn the 2 regions and we have found that feasible region also. but we have only the 3 corner points, point O, point A, point C, but whereas point B has to be found now. That means we have to find the point B. For that, we can use either elimination method or substitution method or cross multiplication method. Now, let me take one elimination method itself. I am writing the two equations, that is 5x plus 6y is equal to 45, this ones, and 3x plus 2y is equal to 18, that is the equation of this line. Now we are going to solve them. Checking here the first equation I am multiplying with these 3 to make these two equal, these two coefficients equal. So for that I multiply. So 5 into 3, that is 15x, 6 into 3, that is 18y, is equal to 3 into 45, that is 135. Similarly, the second one must be multiplied with 5. 5 3s are 15, 15x plus 5 2s are 10, 10y is equal to 5 18s are 90. Okay. Now subtract them. These two are same with a minus, so cancel. Here 18 minus 10 is 8y. Here subtract it 5 for 4, 45. So similarly we have to solve the next one also. Here y is equal to 45 by 8. Here we have got y value 45 by 8. We cannot simplify anything. So we have found the value of y here. We should find the value of x also. Now I substitute this y is equal to 45 by 8 in one of these equations. I take the second equation 3x plus 2 into y is 45 by 8. It is equal to 18. We see 2 and 8 common here, 4 2's. Now with the 4 I multiply on both sides, it becomes 4 3s are 12, 12x plus here 4 will be cancelled, only 45. Here when we multiply with the 4 here, we get 72. Now take these numbers one side. 12x is equal to 72 minus 45. When we subtract, it is only 27. Now we have got 12x is equal to 27. So x equal to this 27 by 12. See, in these two we have 3 as the common factor. Cancel with the 3. So 9 3s are 27 by 4 3s are 12. We have got x value also now. Now the point is x is 9 by 4. Here the point is 9 by 4, 45 by 8. Now we have got all the 4 points. Point O is 0 0. Point A is 6 0. Point B is 9 by 4, 45 by 8. Point C is 0, 6. Substitute all these values in Z. Now let us take origin. When I take 0 0, this becomes 0 because both the values are 0. Now substitute this 6, 0 because we know Z is equal to 60x plus 40y. In this we have to substitute the value of x and y. So 60 into 6, that is 360, plus 40 into 0 is 0, we can leave it, so 360. Now take this point C, 0, 6, that is 60 into 0, that is 0, plus 40 into 6, that is 240. When I take point B, this is complicated point, that's why I have taken this as last one. Substitute it and simplify. We will get 60 into 9 by 4, simplify, plus 40 into 45 by 8, simplify. Here also we get 360. You simplify and find it, 360. So here for two different points we are getting 360 as the maximum value. So maximum value we got. Okay. Now how many machines we have to buy? Now this is the question. Here two values are given, 9 by 4 Another one is 45 by 8. Find the approximate value of 9 by 4. This is 2 point something, and 45 by 8, 5 point something, 5.6 something. This is 2.25 something. Say we can round these values because 1 by 4 machines we cannot buy and keep in our factory. So we will take the round value of it. So 2 machines of A model, 5.6, it is the when we round this 5.6, it will be 6. So 6 machines of B model. So machine A, 2 machines, machine B, 6 machines. In this way, we are solving the manufacturing problems. So in our next modules, we will discuss about the transportation model. Thank you.